The statutes of the city of Sassari of 1316 are an example of the management and administration of political affairs characteristic of the Italian municipal culture at its height. Already in the 11th and 12th centuries, new forms of economic development had started polarising around cities and towns. These are activities connected to commerce, to the production and transformation of agricultural goods, and to early forms of industrial production. This process lays the foundations for the emergence of a class of free citizens, the cives. In contrast with the stillness of the medieval world, and with the emphasis it posed on the countryside, this is a distinctly urban movement. That, after developing within cities and towns experiencing strong economic growth, took the name Comune in central and northern areas of Italy. These emerging towns increasingly claimed economic and political autonomy from the characteristic powers of the medieval time: the feudal lord, the church, and even the emperor. A power that for Sassari in the third decade of the 13th century constituted what was left of the dissolving Giudicato di Torres. The issuing itself of communal statutes is the living testimony of the emerging role taken by this new class of free citizens, who volunteer in sharing the burden of various duties related to the management of power and to the government of municipal administration. Based on the turnover in covering a given office, this made it possible for the Sassari cives to contribute to the management of the common good without having to neglect their own occupations, businesses, and other activities. Furthermore, and this is still a fact of great relevance, this principle narrowed the possibility of concentrating control of the public interest in the hands of the few. Before we take a closer look at the statutes, let's examine the context. At the time of their issuing, after being under the influence of the Republic of Pisa, Sassari was now under another powerful maritime republic, Genoa, which after prevailing over Pisa's fleet in the Battle of La Meloria had gained control of the region. Sassari wasn't then a free city in strict terms, but a political entity associated with Genoa. Indeed, it was the Genoese Republic that elected a podestà, or mayor, each year, sending him to Sassari to take care of Genoa's political and commercial interests. The statutes were therefore an important point of reference for the two cities' present and future relationships. When taking office, the podestà swore to perform the duties connected with the role. This is what Cavallino de Onestis, Genoese podestà, did in 1316 on the copy of the statutes in vernacular Sardinian he himself had issued.